Alright, so you probably saw the title of this video, but today we're gonna look at my Dragon Ball Super Evolve collection. But before we get into the figures, let's take a look at this display thing. So I made this all by myself, and you can see there's like a little crack here. That's because I didn't seal it. So let's take these guys down and we'll do an overview review on them. So here they all are in this table, and whoever collects this might notice something off, and that's on the Broly figure, but we'll get to that later. But first we'll review the Goku. Alright, so taking a look at Goku. They did make 3 of them, but first we'll take a look at Super Saiyan Blue. As you could tell, there's like a paint chip on the shoulder here, but there's no other paint imperfections either way. And they have like tons of articulation for their size, so that's really cool. Alright, so now taking a look at the 2 behind them. So we got these 2 figures, and you could tell that they just reused the same body mold. But the only thing different is the hair color. Now, one of the big things about these figures are the hair colors. Now, they're like really shiny, so they really pop out. Alright, so now taking a look at Trunks and Vegeta. So we'll start off with Vegeta. And this is one of the cleanest body molds out there in this wave. And I really like this figure because it really came out really cool and I didn't get any paint imperfections. So let's take a look at his son, Trunks. Now this figure is a bit tricky to play with because he does pop out real easy everywhere. Like his head, his whole body. It gets kind of annoying. But the cool thing is that his sword comes out. Out of the sheaths and it works. And he could hold his fucking sword with 2 hands. That's like hella cool. And yep, the head popped off. So it's a bit tricky to play with, but I really love this figure so much. And this is how the sword sheath thing works. So it just pops down there and it holds really well. Alright, so now taking a look at these 2 baddies. We got Frieza over here. Now he's in his golden form, so he's like really shiny. And I love the paintwork that they did to him. And his tail moves around. And he got tons of articulation. And a pointer finger. Alright, now taking a look at Jiren. He's really fucking buff. Now it's a bit difficult to articulate because it doesn't have that much range to it. But other than that, it's really good. Alright, so now taking a look at Broly. Now you could tell that he's from a whole different toy line. So he's from the Dragon Star collection, which is a pretty good substitute from the one we have. So here's a size comparison to Goku, which I think that's a really good size. Here's next to Vegeta too. I think Broly should be a bit taller than both of these guys. Although I think it might be too big because I think Broly isn't that giant. Now here's a size comparison to the one we did get. He's a really small. And here's a comparison to the Dragon Star version, which is huge. Holy hell. Now taking a look at Jiren next to Goku, I think this is a really decent size comparison. I don't think Jiren isn't too big, but either too small. It's like a hair taller than him. Now one gripe I have with this Jiren figure is like his leg pops out real easy. It's just that one leg. But other than that, it's a really cool figure. But circling around to this Broly figure, I think it's a really good substitute for the one we got. It's a bit taller, and I think it fits in really good. Some issue I have with these figures is that they like pop out real easy, but I think that's just because of the size of the figure. But this could work in our advantage, so we could swap out hands, like so we could get like punching hands or grabbing hands, like that. So you could get really creative in swapping things out. But not all things could be swapped out. So like these heads here. So I was thinking to make like a base form Goku. I thought that was a really cool idea. But what I found out is that the pegs on the heads are literally different. So one's smaller than the other one. You could see that it sinks down more than the other head. But taking a look at the neck pegs, I thought it looked the same. But checking through the heads itself, they were obviously different. And this on the other body, it does not work. Now, speaking of being creative, I did make these bases for them. Now, they came out really cool, and if you guys want to see that video, it was a scrapped video idea because I didn't like how it came out, but if you guys want to see it, you can leave it on the comments below. So overall, I really love these figures, and they're really small, so they're like great pocket figures to bring around, and they have like tons of details and articulation, which make them fun overall. Now, I highly recommend picking these guys up if you haven't, and they make great little additions to the collection. And them being only $10, that's really a good deal for them. Alright, so thank you guys for watching, and I really hope you guys subscribe and like, and leave a comment what you guys think about these figures. Alright, have a nice day.